Look at these. What are these? When are they coming out?
These are the Jerry Stackhouse Christmas Day shoe.
Love
so we
those
wanted
jerseys.
to create a shoe for him to wear on court. He wore these on court, but they don't go into production, so you can't get them.
What up? It's Esteban hanging out at the Fila showroom with Louis Colon III. What's up, man?
What's up?
Look, man, I'm excited to be here. Tell me about the resurgence of Fila.
Well, the Resurgence of Fela, we chose this year, 2013, spring, to reintroduce some of our key shoes. Some of them you know, the 96. We brought back the key color, the white, navy, red. That was the main shoe you saw on basketball courts by players that you know who we're talking about. We also packed that up together with the Cage, the F13, and an Original Fitness.
We saw Fila blow up in the 80s, 90s. Then we kind of couldn't find it anymore, and now it's everywhere. So what happened in the timeline?
A lot of basketball happened, a lot of retro happened. We signed a bunch of players in the early 90s. You know, we signed Stack, we signed Hill, we signed Mashburn, we had Kevin Johnson. So we had a deep footprint in basketball. We also went and we were some ownership changes and the life cycle of a brand, and now we're back to 2013 and we're trying to explain to people and show people the true DNA of Fila.
So talk about the relationship with Fila and hip hop.
The relationship to hip hop and Fila is it's there since day one. If you go back to the late 80s when you would wear original tennis and cream and they called it the Flatbush, that's because the guys in Brooklyn that were on the street in Brooklyn and Flatbush Avenue. Then you have other iconic images that propelled the brand, like Tupac wearing the 96 in the inside cover of the All Eyes on Me album. This is stuff you can't fake or buy. This is all authentic history that people know that was the hot shoe at the time. You go back to the Mary J. Blige and Method Man, All I Need video.
Living in the effing lap of luxury. I'm realizing that you didn't have to with me.
That has his half cornrow, half loose. He's wearing a Helly Hansen jacket. And I bet you if you ask everybody, they're gonna remember he's also wearing the Grant Hill Ones. Fila was interwoven in hip hop at that time. And as you said, with the resurgence of hip hop, the whole nostalgia, we could go back and now the new discovery process is happening with the younger guys.
There was no like artists that were like officially Fila repped back in the day, correct?
Yep.
So is that something that you hope to do in the future?
We actually choose not to go that route. We feel like we have a strong enough story that we don't have to pay somebody to be a part of the brand. They authentically want to be a part of the brand. So then we build relationships with artists and players that want to be a part of this brand. This thing is global now. It's not just hip hop. Hip hop is just a crossover and mix mash of urban meets suburban, meets the internet to Tokyo to Rio back and forth. And we want to be that brand that could go cross borders.
And I don't know if like you guys at home, I watch basketball to see sneakers, let's be honest. I mean, NBA is cool, they make shots, they're tall, but I want to see what people are wearing. And so when Stackhouse came out and put his foot on the court and we saw those spaghetti, I almost lost my mind.
He was interested in his last season, and he knew he was coming to Brooklyn. So what we wanted to do is release his home and away version of the Stackhouse. It was pretty interesting that he is the only player in the NBA to wear his own retro. So that was key for us. You know, he signed with us as a rookie, and then he's gonna exit the NBA with Fila.
We've seen an amazing collab with the Ninja Turtles. Can we just talk about that?
Sure.
How did the Shredders and the Ninja Turtle collab come about with Fila?
Sat down with the lifestyle team over at Nickelodeon, and we thought, two 90s brands, how could we do this and do this right? So they gave us a bunch of assets to work with. We figured the FX100, the #1 shoe that we could do this with. We took the inspiration of the straps. We did a bunch of custom embroidery. We put a turtle shell on the back. We did it all green with 4 different materials on the upper to represent the 4 different turtles. We did 2 laces. One's a turtle lace and then a Secret of the Ooze lace. We did a pizza footbed. So we put a lot of details into this. So when we wanted to do good, we also wanted to do evil. So we had the FX100 for good, and then we did a shredder for evil. So what we did was the shredder shoe. We took the cage, we put a metallic silver on there to represent his mask. We did the all gray and black with the purple hit on the back of the shoe to represent the back of his cape. Released it online and in special doors across the country. Sold out on our.com in less than 15 minutes.
Now, what can you tell me and tell us out here, because people tune into this show to get the exclusives. So what do you have coming up?
We have the 96 OLY, which is the shoe that Grant Hill wore in the Olympics. We took it exactly to spec. We did some awesome packaging. We're doing a special release for that. I got some other special added pieces that are gonna go to that that will release later. So that'll be August 1st. We're doing another pack, is a 2-shoe pack, is a spaghetti and the 96 Tobacco Road. So we're telling the story of our key players and when they were in college, and then how they hooked back and how they went from college to the pros and how Fila was a part of that story. So that should be really great.
So what new innovative things do you guys got in the works?
What we're doing right now is we're building a microsite specifically for the Heritage Collection. And it's not only to show off the product, it's also to tell stories about the brand. We're looking to build something that I think could be a game changer, where people could find out about new releases, past releases, history of the brand, where to shop. We have new apparel pieces.
Tell everybody where they can get the goods.
So the goods you can always get at some of the key shops across the country. You can find out what that retail list is on Fila.com.
Thanks so much for
Of course.
inviting me through.
Yes.